Good Monday morning, everyone. Hey, my email just says YouTube now live on your channel, talking with Tiny Mr. Kevin and Coins from Coins Making Sense and Bassman Monday, 1/13/25. Like I didn't know that I was going live. Maybe I guess if I forgot.
Well,
how you feeling this morning, Bassman?
different.
Different?
Yeah. Well, just kind of changing my mind about things.
Yep. That's a good thing, though.
And no, it's not.
Oh, yes, it is.
But we'll get into
Need your old grumpy tail around as long as we can have you is what we need. So good morning, everybody. It is Monday. Mr. Kevin will not be here today. He is in a meeting from 10:30 until noon. I told him to tell them. Tiny said hi, but I don't think he will. But anyway, Mr. Kevin, if you're listening, have fun with your meeting, sir. He's not going to have fun. Another thing to mention is Wednesday. He will not be here Wednesday morning. He has to go to Grand Rapids all day and all evening, so he will not be here Wednesday morning or Wednesday evening, and that means we will not have an auction on Wednesday. Bassman will be absent from Wednesday as well. And but I will do Talkin' with Tiny on Wednesday morning, and I'm thinking about doing a Wednesday evening edition of Talking with Tiny to fill that hour gap to where we usually are on Wednesdays. May have a coin search, may just have Talking with Tiny on Wednesday evening. We'll do something. We'll do something. Hey, maybe that idea of doing a video live, like making a video live, like turn my camera where you can see my desk where I make my videos, and the camera and everything will be set up, and you'll actually be watching as I make the video, and then I will bring the camera over to the SD card over to the computer, plug her in, share my screen, and show you how I edit and everything like that. And believe it or not, getting ready for the video, shooting the video, and editing the video will probably only take about a half hour altogether, if that. Usually it's a lot quicker than that. So I can do a video and edit it in about 10 minutes. Because our videos aren't that long, and the editing software I use is really nice. And it puts everything where I want it right away, really easy. So, yeah. Well, Bassman, what do you say we say hello to these fine folks this morning?
Okay. I'm doing it.
Hey, you're doing it. You are. I see you down there. At 9:42 this morning, Invisible River Ranch channel member, and his other channel, Invisible River, he does live streams of his property out west in the desert, and does some cool live streams. So go over and check out Invisible River. How about Dr. 55 Chevy, moderator and channel member, wanted to stop in and say hello to everyone. Can't be in the chat today. Silver Spot was at $30.04 at 10 a.m. Please hit the thumbs up button. It helps the channel. Absolutely. another moderator and channel member saying happy Numismatic Monday to all the Talking with Tiny peeps, passing the 5 cups of coffee. Good morning, Cgriller Stacker. Go over and check Cgriller Stacker's channel out. Very informative videos. He's not made a video in a couple weeks, but he has a good excuse. He is in the processes of moving and getting his new house set up and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure once he gets set up, he'll get those videos back underway. Bassman, moderator extraordinaire and all around good guy, best friend, and brother o' mine. Morning, Bassman. We have the Masked Bandit, Bandit Jones. Morning, Tiny and Bassman. Good morning, Mr. Bandit Jones. Hey, Tiny, did you get my text yesterday? No, sir, I don't think I did. I shall check real quickly. No, sir, I did not get your text. Bassman, Coins Making Sense, Billy, and Bassman and Coins Making Sense group chat, Bassman, Billy, and Coins Making Sense. No, sir, I did not get your text yesterday. I keep my list short, so I see all the new ones. I have not seen your text, sir. If you sent me an email, nope, don't see an email from you either, sir. Did you remember to send it? I know somebody else that sends texts that don't get answered for like hours, and then he wonders why they don't get answered for hours. I'm good about that too, though. I'll write a text out, really important, and then never send it.
Get to push the send, yeah.
You got to press the send. It's funny how that works. It don't just, go through automatically. Why don't they, Check this lady out right here, folks. Good morning, Bassman and Tiny with the hugs and the coffee. Been a little while. Huh? Coffee, she says. It is Keno Man. Good morning, Miss Keno Man. Good morning and lovely to see you. I was talking with Keno Man earlier. Good to see you, ma'am. Glad Mr. Keno Man is doing well. Copper Out Coins channel member. Good morning, Tiny Bassman. Good morning, Copper Out Coins. Mr. Parviz Nawab saying hi to the family. Good morning, Mr. Parviz. Let's see. No auction on Wednesday, 1:15:25. Thank you, Bassman. Yep, 20 fine folks in here right now. We're not going to have an auction on Wednesdays. Mr. Kevin is going to be traveling to Grand Rapids. He's going to be there all day and all evening. So it'll be me going it alone Wednesday evening at our regular scheduled time. I will be doing a probably evening edition of Talking with Tiny, maybe doing a live stream of making a video. Something different. I don't think I've ever seen that. So we're going to try to do that perhaps. Maybe I'll even make a video with Zoey in it. Wouldn't that be something awesome? So she can interact with the chat. That would be cool. KG Coins saying good morning, saying hello to all. Good morning, KG Coins. Hope you Miss Smiles are doing awesome this morning. Excuse me. Silvergator, hi, how you are? I'm so glad for me to see you. I guarantee. Good morning, Silvergator, from way down on the boat. I've still got my morning voice going on. It's like I just woke up 5 minutes ago and I've been up since 7. I don't know. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello to one another. I like it. I love this channel so much I hit the thumbs up button 10 times. Nice. I like it.
Hit it one more.
Hit it one more. Yeah. Odd number of times. If you
Hit
it
an
10,
odd number.
it'll be off. Mr. Bill Driscoll, good morning, sir. Always good to see you, Mr. Bill. The lovely Miss Amy Harrell, everyone. Moderator and channel member. Good morning, Miss Amy Harrell. All the way from the West Coast, folks. So is Cgriller Stacker. Good to see you, folks. Hey, Silver Wolverine. Good to see you, buddy. Morning, Tiny Numismatics and Bass Man and all. Good morning, sir. You ever want to check out the best numismatic news and information channel on YouTube? Head on over to that gentleman's channel right down there. He's right over there in the chat. Silver Wolverine, everyone. Lets you know the important stuff that's going on at the mint. The stuff you really need to know. Not each and every little thing. The important stuff. And that's what I like about his channel. Any news about brown sugar? Her work schedule changed. So that's unfortunate. But I'm sure we'll see her sometime. How about Mr. Robert Pentoff, channel member, saying good morning, y'all. Good morning, Mr. Robert Pentoff. Good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you. Yo, Finn. She was laying behind me. I don't know where she went now.
Marcel Louise.
Marcel. Want a treat? She moved. She's under the bed right now. We've got one of those beds that's 14 inches off the ground, so she gets under there and she goes back in the corner under where I sleep and lays under there, curled up like a cat. Marcel! Hear that thunder sound? That's her coming out from underneath the bed. Come here, baby. Want a treat? This is her treat jar that sits on my desk. It's a little pink gummy bear looking thing. Come on, come get it. Come on. Good girl. Wish you guys could see how she chews. She's like,
yeah, I see her chewing back there.
yeah. Get my good girl. Get the baby. The baby. She takes such good care of everybody in this house. She alerts on Zoey the most, first and foremost. But she knows when I'm in pain. She knows when Laura's in pain. She knows she's such a good dog. I really even hate to call her a dog. She's so much more than that. First and foremost, she's a medical instrument. And when people say you can't have that dog in here, I said, would you not allow someone that has oxygen to come in here? That's different. No, it's not. They are hooked to a medical instrument. She is a medical instrument. By law, she can go anywhere a human can go. Yep. And like when they go into restaurants and stuff, first thing she does is she comes and sits down and then crawls under the table and lays there. The whole time they're in the restaurant, she lays there underneath the table. Yeah, except we're in Cincinnati with Mr. Bassman and Mrs. Bassman. She had to be up in the booth, sitting across from Bassman's lovely wife.
Waitress kept trying to walk by and kept trying to trip over her.
Yeah,
but so she just got up and went and got in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Sat down in the booth.
Yep, just sat there and laid down, head under the table. She doesn't beg for food. She doesn't expect food. She doesn't know human food. I think I only know of 2 times that we've had her she's ever had human food. And the last time was on Thanksgiving. I give her a piece of turkey about that big. Just like a 1/2 inch piece of turkey. Now, and she really didn't even know what to do with that. Miss Scott S. Channel member. Morning, everyone. Got the one family sneaking in early this weekend, or this morning, this weekend. This weekend went by so fast. Let's see. We had high winds last night. The blessing was no big trees down and small branches and debris. And just small branches and debris. Thank goodness for no big trees down. Absolutely. None of the wildfires out there.
Here.
Absolutely going crazy. Did it snow some more?
Here Thursday, and wife was off Friday, so Saturday afternoon I was ready to set my alarm clock before I figured out it wasn't Sunday.
Yeah, because you're thinking she's off. Yeah.
Yeah, she was off 2 days. That's and she's most of the time on weekends she goes in on Sunday part of the day to get everything ready for court, and so I was kind of messed up when she didn't leave.
Just a little bit. Let's see. $1,500 for a water pump and radiator. Damn. Kind of car you driving? Spaceship? $1,500 for a water pump and a radiator? I had a Mercedes. The water pump was $89 and the radiator was only like $100.
That may be installed or something. I mean, come on.
Still though. Whoa. Yeah, that's true. I did do all my own work, but still, a Mercedes $89 water pump and $129 radiator. But that's not this plastic stuff they're working with today on the radiators and those. I had a 95 Geo Tracker. The radiator got a crack in it just from over time getting brittle, the way plastic gets brittle over time. And they wanted $1,500 for that radiator. I got on eBay and looked up the radiator. $29 for a metal replacement radiator. And I was like, really? $1,500 for the plastic radiator or $29 for a metal replacement radiator? Made in America. I think it was in Michigan is where it was made. By a radiator repair shop, was actually mass producing radiators for all kinds of cars really cheap. Brown Sugar is still recovering from her surgery too. Ooh. That is no good.
No, the fact that she's recovering is good. I'd
Yes,
have to not
absolutely.
be recovering.
Absolutely. That Marcel's one smart cookie. Yolk fan arrives and she runs under the bed. Yeah, smart. It's horrible. Harvey's the wife's radiator was $550. $350 for a power steering pump. Wow. Of course, I haven't worked on cars in a long time, so that's why I fixed my car and my wife's and daughter's cars. Yep. Me and my brother own a garage for a couple years, and we do all the work on our vehicles. Mine, his, mom's, anybody that lives close that we know, actually, pretty much. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Jack Gallman from Marion, North Carolina. Good morning, Mr. Jack. Good to see you, buddy. Really, really good to see you. Let's see. Yep. Visible. I used to fix the cars, but there's certain things I won't do anymore. Yep. Me and my brother's garage, we would do basic maintenance. But if somebody come in that was in a tight spot and had like, you know, a mother, like I know, and for an example, you know, this mother, she had 3 kids. She was by herself, and she needed a transmission put in her car. She couldn't afford a new transmission, so we went to a junkyard and we got her a used transmission and put it in for her. That was pretty much the extent. We would replace parts, but we wouldn't like rebuild transmissions. We wouldn't rebuild motors. I mean, I used to build motors for a living, but we would do it for our own personal. We would rebuild motors and stuff for our own personal stuff, but we wouldn't do it for a customer. Just too much time and too, believe it or not, a small shop doing engines and stuff like that, like engine swaps, those are different. Like rebuilding engines, there's the cost to, it's not, it takes a lot of time, and unless you're trying to gouge people really bad, rebuilding motors isn't a big money making thing if you're doing it right. Chad Wolfischlegensteiner Hassenbergerdorf. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Tiny Numismatics Bassman, Scott S. Amy Harrell. Good morning, sir. I have no doubt in my mind you are not good. For your sake, I don't want to. Okay. Civil Wolverine, do you think the 2024 S and 2024 W Eagle will go up in price later because of the low mintage? I'm guessing so, because of the lower mintages. But then once again, it's still an every year occurrence of an S and a W Eagle. But with the lower mintage, I believe it's got a shot. There we go. I paid $69 for a new eBay radiator. Yep. eBay Motors, folks. You can get a lot of good products up there, and they're guaranteed to fit your vehicle. If you put your vehicle in at the top of the screen, it'll ask you. If you go to eBay Motors, it'll ask you make, model, year, everything of your car, and it'll only show you parts that are available for your car. It won't show you a bunch of hubbub. It'll show you what's available for your car on the website. So then you put in your information up there about what car you got and everything. You just type in radiator, radiators for your car will show up. The wife's radiator is total biatch to replace. That's why I paid to have it done by a mechanic. Some things nowadays, like even in the early 2000s, a 2002 GMC Jimmy, same thing as a small S10 Blazer. My mother had one. Me and my brother went to do spark plugs on it. 6-cylinder. 5 of them were fine. But the one on the driver's side in the front, you had to take the motor mount out and not the whole mount. You had to take it loose from the motor mount and jack the motor up and take the exhaust loose so it would tilt a little bit to get the spark plug out. Why on earth do they design stuff like that?
We had a Mercury Comet, and it was an 8-cylinder. Mm-hmm. And in order to change the back 2 spark plugs, one on each side, you had to disconnect the motor bring it up and forward. And
Yep.
then you could change the last 2 spark plugs, and then you put the motor back in. My dad cut out part of the fingering and stuff and made a way to get them.
Nice. That see, some stuff is weird, man. Like I know a lot of BMWs and even Mercedes and stuff in these newer cars. Like last time I really worked on cars for a living was probably 2004, 2005, something like that. Stuff was just getting so ridiculous. So ridiculous. To change like the serpentine belt on a Mercedes, you had to take the whole top of the motor off pretty much and take the radiator support out, all the plastics off the top of the radiator. Then you had to take the fans off the radiator because they were electric fans. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. You had to loosen up brackets and take this off, take that off, and take the tensioner off, and then put the tensioner back. And it was like a 6-hour ordeal just to change the serpentine belt on it. And I'm like, no. Took my Toyota, need a new radiator. They wanted $700 to replace it. Can buy the radiator for $100 all day long, $600 for the labor, please. Yep. So you think, let's just say it took 2 hours to put it in, and they're charging $600. That's $300 an hour labor. No, thank you. Most places nowadays, it's like $75 to $80 an hour for labor, like at dealerships and stuff. It's like $80 an hour for labor. That's why your Midas brake jobs that used to be $39, $49 are now $89 and $99 for a simple bottom of the barrel brake job. It's ridiculous nowadays. All about do it myself now is oil changes, spark plugs, brakes, alternator, and things that like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, my boy just walked in. There you go. You're welcome. I love pulling a motor. It's easier than repairing them. Absolutely. Pull it, get a replacement, get rid of it. Less than something easy.
Yeah, I just change the oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you have like a blowed head gasket or something like that, unless it's on a newer vehicle, you could do that yourself. I mean, I know it's daunting to people. They're like, no, I could never do that. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. And I mean, even the simplest of stuff, even the most daunting tasks, they're right here on YouTube. There are so many videos for each thing. You want to change your radiator, Parviz? If you have a simple set of tools and YouTube on your phone, it will walk you through it step by step on YouTube how to change your radiator on no matter what kind of vehicle you got, unless you've got like a one-of-a-kind vehicle. They show you everything on YouTube nowadays. There's places out there that's all they do. They get cars out of junkyards, and then they get like 200 videos out of one car. How to change your brakes, how to change your spark plugs, how to change your throttle body, which it used to be a carburetor, and now it's a throttle body. All kinds of stuff. They show you everything. Towing hookup was $150. Yep. And $350 for the 75 miles. Total highway robbery. $350 for 75 miles. That's actually not really bad, Parviz. Believe it or not. The $150 hookup, yeah. So we're talking $500 for the tow completely. That is kind of highway robbery. But I was just looking at the $3.50 for the 75 miles. Usually it's like $8 or $9 a mile, which is really, really ridiculous. Yep, some water pumps and radiators are difficult to access. Price of parts, inexpensive. Cost of labor, take the parts out, put them back in, are the problem. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about what Wednesday's going on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Most of y'all know I haven't been in the best of health. And some of it is some long-term stuff. I mean, like my migraines, and, you know, I've got diabetes too. And anyway, I had a problem that didn't make sense. And they went in and found the problem. But while they were finding it, they kept everybody, you know, all the different doctors would say, oh, well, you ought to have your heart looked at. You ought to have your heart looked at. And I mean, even though they would say it's not your heart, well, they took me in and poked me in a CAT scan and said, hey, your problem's your heart.
Well, no shit. Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, it was besides the other problems.
Right.
Well, when I looked at it, I thought, I got a whole bunch of other problems. And now I got a heart problem. So I came up with the conclusion that I wasn't going to do anything about it. And
even though me and my wife have been working on him since he found out
Yeah.
that he needed it done, I've been begging him. I've been doing everything.
yeah, the wife
Threatening to come to
here
Arkansas.
hasn't been working on anything. She just keeps saying I'm going.
Yeah, well, I've been working on you for sure.
Well, I talked with Ken of mine. I hope she doesn't mind me saying that after talking with Ken of mine, I finally have decided to go ahead and have it done. And what the problem right now is something about me and calcium. You would think I'd drink milk straight from the cow, as much calcium as my body gets in it. I had a cyst inside my spinal cord that would put my hands and arms to sleep when I moved my neck, because it calcified and was hard. And so when I moved, it closed off my spine. So they had to take that out. Well, anyway, they went to do these tests for my heart and said, well, we can't really see how much blockage you have because you're calcified. And I said, well, okay. So now, you know, if you get calcified or anything else, their solution is let's go in and look at it, I guess. And so Wednesday, I'm either going to get stents, bypass surgery, open heart surgery, or whatever they deem necessary at the time. So it's up in the air right now, but they do know they're going in with the catheter through my arm first to start this, and I'm not really thrilled about it. But it's like Miss Kenneman told me, if they can fix it now, at least it won't have other problems that that are caused from a heart attack, because I haven't had any kind of heart issue. Thank you, Chad. And anyway, I'm going to do it this Wednesday, so I'll be gone all day Wednesday, so I won't be on the show. And then the I was going to miss the auction, but they decided not to have it because Kevin was out of town, so I won't be missing the auction. My surgery is going to be Wednesday morning, somewhere around 6 to whenever. They don't know. Well, and Scott, that's what I'm kind of hoping, is that it, that's all the way they talk, they don't know that that's all they'll have to do. So they're going in with that in mind, but it's one of those, we're going to look first. When I had my appendix out, they went in to look because they kept saying it was my appendix, and then they'd say it wasn't. Then they'd say it was. Then they'd say it wasn't. They went in there, and I had appendicitis at least 6 times, and it was about to explode, but it was also growing to the tube from my kidney. So every time it would get infected, everything would get infected. And I just, like I say, I got kind of down about the fact that, if you want to see something, if you want to fix anything, they've always got to go in there and look. Mm-hmm. And it kind of upset me. And so I've been trying to fight with this about whether to get it done and what, so. But I've been talking, like I say, to Tiny, and Ken of mine got on me yesterday a little bit, that kind of quoted some of the stuff their doctor had told her husband and whatnot, and it made sense. So I'm going to go ahead and get it done. So I'll be sometime Wednesday morning having that surgery. If y'all want to think about me during that time, that would be nice.
And hopefully Wednesday evening, whenever I go on, I will know what had happened.
We'll try to get hold of Tiny as soon as we can to let people know
throughout the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, that's what's been wrong with the it's just whether or not to do it and whether or not it's worth it, and so, but I appreciate all of y'all's thoughts and everything. It just feels good to know you got somebody in your corner, kind of thing, So,
and anyway, like I said, your quality of life is going to go up so much. I mean, I've tried to drive that home since you first told me what was going on, and I was like, and I'm going to say something else Ken of mine said this morning to me, and and I'm sorry if she gets upset with me, but I don't think she will. A quote, to quote Ken of mine, "An ounce of precaution is worth a pound of cure." And that's huge. That's absolutely huge. So yeah, they're going to go in there and they're going to screwdriver and wrench and go in there and root around on old Bassman there and figure out what's going to happen and what he needs and take care of him.
The way I was looking at it is, I've been suffering with migraines. They didn't even know that I'd had them before 30 years ago, and since then it's been miserable. When you have migraines 3 to 4 days a week, and they last 2 to 3 days at a time. If you add all that up, you finally figure out that there's a lot of days. The longest I've been in 30 years without a migraine is 3 days. So you get a little tired of them. And like I say,
yeah.
so when they told me it was my heart, I looked at it as, oh, great, I'll live longer now because they know it's my heart and it can fix it. And I'll live longer to have migraines. And so I was not looking forward to doing it. No, I did not get an innovation. I haven't yet.
Oh yeah, the Arkansas Innovation Dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting the old one. It's in the mail right now, coming to me from Coin Stuff I Like. And
The old commemorative.
One he got me, I think it's graded, an old one. The was it 36?
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
He asked me if I had one of those, and when I told him I never even heard of it before, he got me one.
Very nice.
But anyway, the weird thing about migraines is the more you find out about them, the more likely you are to find out you have them or have had them, because I have several types. I have the knockdown, drag out, light, hurt your eyes, kind. My mother, we thought she had a stroke. She just couldn't talk. She couldn't do anything. And the guy says, it's a migraine. And we're like, do what? And they said, yeah, it's a type of migraine. And so, I get those. I get the ones that are in my eyes and different things. So, it's just, there are several types. This heart thing had me hard. I got cancer, the skin cancer, which I should have known I would, the way I fished and everything. But the heart deal bothered me way more than that. Getting that skin cancer for some reason didn't hit me as bad. But when you get worked on for skin cancer and you can't close your eye for a year, can't wink at girls.
Yeah. But he couldn't even close his eye all the way, so he literally
couldn't shut my eyes.
Slept with one eye open all the time.
Yep. Had to put a cream in it to keep it wet. They sewed it up and it was stretched so tight that it moved where my beard ended. It pulled my skin up and made my beard up on my face instead of under it. So
pulled it so tight he's blinking his lips.
Yeah. Well, the skin to fix it came from behind my ears. So now if I blink, I wiggle my ears. Anyway, that's what's been wrong with the illness, and I do appreciate all of your concerns and everything. So, thank you.
Yes, thank you, folks, very much. Absolutely. Hi, Bassman and Tiny. Tiny, have you heard anything about your annex label? They're not going to put on the label dueling scopes find, but they are going to put the FS801 on there. I'm 99.99% sure because it's definitely an FS801, but they haven't put the grade or anything online yet. I just checked before the show, and they still haven't put the grade online or anything like that. And it's supposed to be getting pictures of it made and everything. So, because I paid the extra to have the image done. So I should see image and everything online on my account before they ship it to me. But they said if it didn't ship Friday, it would ship by the end of this week. So it should be here probably the beginning of next week or mid next week, hopefully. Five Guys cheeseburger is now $12.49. That's why hyperinflation is increasing the minimum wage to $15. Yep.
I can remember when it went to $7.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the day I went in on a Monday and started working, and they raised my pay on I think it was the Tuesday that it went up. I'd worked for one day at the old rate and then got the new one. I was in high school working a summer job. So got a raise after one day.
Nice. Let's see. Had that done 20 years ago, Bassman. I have a stent in the right ascending artery. Got cleaned out. Watch your diet and been fine. I will pray for you. The outcome will benefit you tremendously, says Robert Pintoff. See, 20 years ago, doing fine. Watch your diet. You rarely eat anyway. I mean,
me?
If anything, you need to eat more. Get you some raw vegetables. That'll take care of you.
No, that will not be eaten. Not that I ate raw vegetables. I like raw vegetables, but I can't chew raw vegetables.
Yeah. Cut them up really fine and cook the death out of them until they're mushy. You still get the flavor, but not the crunch.
I can do that. You know, that or put them in a blender, I guess.
Did you see this, Bassman? Bassman, I don't want to get your hopes up, but I know a guy who had migraines like you. He had heart surgery and his migraines went away. His blood flow was bad and was causing the migraines.
Well, they've tested, like I said, I've had them for 30 years. So they have tested my blood flow thinking that was causing it. And
yeah,
back then, you know, they used to worry about me because, like, you know how people get their cholesterol tested or whatever from time to time. Mine was so low that they thought it was a mistake, you know. And my dad's was the same way. They take the test. They come back and say, "Well, we're going to take that test again." It failed.
Yeah.
Come to find out, just my cholesterol was just that low. So, which I don't understand because I mean I wasn't eating to have low cholesterol.
Right. Teacher 1388 channel member, good guy. Hope you and Thunder are doing good this morning. Saying hello, anybody. He's saying hello, anyone, anybody, and Tony. Tony. Good morning, sir. We're coming up on an hour already, Bassman. You believe that? And my chat just jumped all the way back to the beginning. Get that back there. Gotta go,
It's
friends.
just-
Fast man, you will be fine. In my prayers. See you Friday. Zoe Strong. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Fast man, let's go ahead and call it about 10 minutes early there, buddy.
All right.
I absolutely
Like-
destroyed myself day before yesterday. Okay,
Yeah.
now get this. I was cooking, and we were cooking in the crock pot, but the meal that we had in the crock pot had two components to it. It had the stuff that was not two ingredients, but the crock pot part of it, and then you cooked the noodles and then mixed it to the crock pot. So I was cooking that and cooking Zoe's food because Zoe's very particular on what she eats. And I was mixing the noodles into the thing, got Zoe's done, went to the stairs to tell Zoe that her food was ready and to go ahead and tell Zach to come on down and get our food. Well, walking from the stairs to the kitchen, I plowed headfirst into a chair that was up against the wall and then fell back on my tailbone and ricocheted back and snapped my head and landed on the ground. Tailbone, back, shoulder, head was just screaming all day yesterday. And this morning, Laura goes, "You're not getting around too well this morning." I'm like, "I'm just going to set my chair. That's all I'm going to do. All I'm going to do." So it's nothing compared to what a lot of you folks are going through, but I'm not even going to try to compare my problems to a lot of your folks' problems. But just like Bassman said with this migraines, I've been dealing with this since I was 24, 25. And
Well, I have a reason for mine, though. Like I said, they didn't know I'd had any before because they until they knew what the symptoms were, I didn't even know I'd had a migraine. But I got married, and almost exactly a year later, I started having migraines. So we blamed it on my wife ever since. But we have found out that I have had them before that were of different type that led to it. But as you know, I have the vagal nerve problem. Mm-hmm. And buddy, if y'all don't think that ain't weird, I hope nobody ever gets that. That is the wickedest. Imagine feeling like if you cut yourself or something and you get that sick feeling. Imagine having that for hours at a time and can't get rid of it. Can't move, can't. I mean, I go sit down and then I can't get back up. And they didn't know what starts it. It just does it. So I talk, if you ever hear me say I just put spell, or tell Tiny spell and I'm gone. Because it don't take but a few seconds for it to hit me. But Tiny's learned if I say spell, I'm going to be gone.
Yep.
So y'all have a good week and come back and support Tiny Wednesday night and Wednesday during the day too, because he'll be all alone. So y'all come back and visit with him, and I'll get information to him as best I can. So
yep.
Until I see y'all Friday, I'm wishing I was fishing instead of doing this. Bye.
Miss Amy Harrell, Yoke fan, Ken of mine, Zoe Strong. Absolutely. Whiplash, my friend. Yeah, the whiplash,
Yeah.
and then the sudden stop at the end of the whiplash.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything is caused by gravity.
Yeah,
You know,
and gravity hates big
Yeah.
people.
big people.
They hate.
Yeah.
Think about it. I got 6'4" to fall from, and then to land on my tailbone and just whiplash back,
Whiplash
and
back.
like a
Now,
like a bullwhip, just smack.
all right, Einstein proved that you could drop or whoever it was, wouldn't have been Einstein. Anyway, you could drop a steel ball and a ping pong ball at the same time. If they're the same size, you can drop them and they'll hit the ground at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So why does it hurt worse when you fall than when the rest do?
There's more weight behind it. It's not the fall; it's that sudden stop.
It's that's what it is. That stop at the bottom.
So I don't blame the narcolepsy and cataplexy. I just blame the sudden stop at the end of gravity, kicking my. Yeah.
Yep, it'll do it.
It's like I'll tell Bassman will say, I'm having a spell, and I'm like, narcolepsy is kicking my ass today. It's just wearing me out. I mean, when you wake up at 9 o'clock and, on an off day, you wake up at 9 o'clock and then you're ready to go back to bed by 10:30 or 11, and you fight all day long. I mean, you sit here and you're like this in the chair, and your wife's going, why don't you just get in the bed? Why don't you just get in the bed? I'm like, because I guess fighting sleep is fun to me now.
Yeah.
It's really not fun. You guys have a good day.
Yeah.
I will keep you guys informed on Wednesday. Hopefully, is that a word? Hopefully,
Close enough.
close enough. Hopefully. No, hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's my word. It's my show. It's my word. I'm going to say it if I want to, woman. Don't you throw nothing at me. She's really not mean, y'all. She scares me. But I'll keep you guys informed on Bassman. Hopefully by Wednesday morning, I know something. Know that he's out and he's well and everything. And then I'll get more information about what really went on, and well, not what really went on, more particulars about what went on. And hopefully I've talked to Bassman by Wednesday evening when we figure out what we're going to do on Wednesday night. And yeah. So I'll see you guys Wednesday morning for Talking with Tiny, all by my lonesome. Maybe I'll talk to somebody and see if they want to come up here. I've got some ideas. I got some people. I got people. You guys have a good day. See you Wednesday right here, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Lisa Anderson, good to see you. Hello with the wave. I like it. You guys have a good day. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket.